The bold and the beautiful, Luna's shocking claim that she lost her baby. We'll explore the fan theories, from whether she's lying and planning a dramatic return to a potential heart donation for Katie. We'll also unpack how this massive twist could impact Will and Electra's future, ignite a surprising romance between Deacon and Taylor, and what this all means for the Forrester, Logan, and Spencer families. Bold and gorgeous surprise. Luna mega twist will transform everything. In the most recent episode of Bold and Beautiful, Luna dropped a massive bomb on Will, leaving fans wondering not just whether she lied, but also what would happen next. It's obvious that a huge turning moment is coming as everyone rushes to the scene of the showdown between Will Spencer and the jailbird. The psychopath's story took an unexpected turn when she abruptly declared that she had lost everything, including the baby she had been carrying, after a delusional Luna spent the better part of 2 episodes begging and pleading with Will to tell her that they have a future together and asking to raise their family at the beach house. Even while the revelation is already considered a mega twist, was she being honest? There were hints that something had changed, but if there had been a medical emergency, wouldn't the prison have noticed and notified someone? It's possible that Luna, going through her first pregnancy, thinks she miscarried when, in reality, she just experienced some spotting, which is very normal. Or maybe when she finally realized she had no shot with Will, she made the decision to lie. As cunning as she is, she might have thought that if they thought there was no Spencer baby to be concerned about, they wouldn't search for her very hard. This leads us to the potential for an impending mega twist. Luna escapes, hides out somewhere outside of town, gives birth, and then reappears months later with Will's child, likely just before he marries Luna. Nothing compares to a surprising revelation at a wedding. You can ask Sheila, Luna's grandmother, if you don't trust us. But if our suspicion is right, there will be another significant twist in the near future. It can't have been for nothing that everyone was rushing to the beach home after reading all those texts. The writers are probably assembling the group to watch something important happen. Maybe the hint regarding Katie's heart will be revealed. When Will's mother finds out that Luna has fled, perhaps she will finally give in to the stress and pass out. This brings us to the prospect of an impending mega twist. The authors chose to have Luna lose the baby in order for her to go over a cliff in the dark and linger on the edge of death long enough for her heart to be viable so that it could be donated to Katie. Lastly, it's possible that Luna will be presumed dead, but then reappear when we least expect her to, whether or not she has a Spencer child with her. This is because soap operas sometimes bring back villains from the past, even after they have been pronounced dead. Spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful. Will's daddy Destiny is still alive. Will Electra gets pregnant? Suggests that Will Spencer's destiny as a father might still be intact. Although Luna Nozawa says she lost Will's child, is Electra Forrester's pregnancy the next to go? When Luna revealed that she had miscarried in the November 19th episode of B&B, Will wasn't sure how to respond. Will was obviously stunned by Luna's revelation and unsure of how he felt. It's possible that Will secretly feels relieved that he no longer has any connection to Luna. Will doesn't have to worry about how Electra would have been impacted by the difficulties of raising Luna's child. Meanwhile, Will was already getting set to become a father. Because of all the plans he was making for this baby's existence without Luna, Will might have already been somewhat attached to him or her. Will must therefore be experiencing some grief and rage about Luna's misplaced child. Luna's violation of an inebriated Will that fateful night was the catalyst for this entire incident, which never should have happened. When Luna became pregnant, she hoped to secure a future with Will, but she now says she has lost everything. Naturally, we must admit that Luna might be lying, particularly if she has determined that running away and attempting to keep her child away from the Spencers is her best line of action at this point. In any case, once further shockers occur after her beach chase, Luna might be assumed dead. In order to give the impression that Luna is permanently gone, the show can decide to put the character on hold for a while. Of course, if Elektra becomes pregnant again, Will might still be destined to become a parent. If so, Will may be overjoyed and acknowledge that it feels good to know that Elektra, not Luna, will be the mother of his firstborn. Luna might come back and attack Elektra's unborn child in the future if she was being honest about her miscarriage. We could definitely see Luna being fixated on the idea of raising Will's child and, if necessary, robbing Elektra of hers in order to achieve that goal. According to spoilers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Will and Elektra will always have more trouble. This shocker forces new lovers into bed after Deacon and Taylor's one-night stand. According to teasers for Bold and the Beautiful, Deacon Sharp and Taylor Hayes might be planning a one-night stand. Before long, will a shock force the new lovers into bed? Deacon and Taylor are already having trouble adjusting to their developing romance. What began as a fascinating spark is swiftly turning into a desire fire that might be sufficient justification for Deacon and Taylor to eventually share a bed. But when it comes to Taylor and Deacon making love, there might be a significant catalyst in store. In order to provide Deacon and Taylor with a tipping point, BNB may utilize the entire circumstance involving Luna Nozawa. Sheila still loves her granddaughter in spite of all the issues she caused by hiding her Will Spencer plot and lying about Luna's survival. Sheila might get crushed again because it appears that the show would give Luna a suspected death. Sheila may be even more devastated this time around because she was devastated the last time Luna died. Sheila may be distraught by losing both her granddaughter and great-grandchild, in addition to Luna's apparent death and the death of her pregnant child. Conversely, Deacon might secretly believe that it's a goodbye, good riddance scenario. Given the situation, Deacon could find it difficult to feel much pity for Sheila. Deacon's callousness and Sheila's sorrow may cause further marital issues. Sheila may be headed for a harsh shock, even though she believes Taylor is helping them sort things out. Deacon might confide in Taylor during his ongoing therapy sessions about how relieved he is to have Luna gone. Deacon may feel more connected to Taylor than to Sheila as a result of Taylor sharing in that relief. Deacon and Taylor might have a one-night encounter as a result of this startling Luna catastrophe. Taylor and Deacon might be left wondering if they should move on from it as a one-time mistake or seek a serious romance later on. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor and Deacon's relationship may soon undergo a sea change. Viewers are shocked by a rare sighting of an underutilized, bold, and beautiful character, and it raises a question. Zend, who has essentially become the new Thorn, a character who is constantly treated like a second-class citizen and trotted out so infrequently that his appearances become mini-events, was one of the 2 episodes of Bold and Beautiful that aired last week that were even uncommon than those without Luna. A Zend sighting. Indeed, Chair 6177 exclaimed. Puppies Forever remarked, "Gosh, I thought he went on a picture safari with his folks." The 1989 was just surprised to see Zend finally got out of his bunker. The fact that we don't see Zend hardly all year, then twice in 1 week, astounded Kay Schultz. The response raises the question, why isn't Zend being used more effectively? Rome Flynn was replaced in the role by Delon DeMetz 5 years ago, and the character now receives less screen time than Donna. In one of the worst plots in soap opera history, Zend momentarily macked on Luna after becoming entangled with the Buckingham sisters, and nothing has happened since. For heaven's sake, Zend is a forester, but the Deacon-inspired ensembles that have the fashion house buzzing are brand new. Due to low sales and a period of time when she repeatedly made advances on Steffi's husband, Hope's line was deleted, but it was later restored. And Zend, has he ever had his own line? It is difficult to understand. Given that he was adopted into one of the wealthiest families in Los Angeles, Zend has an interesting past, and subsequently disregarded in favor of others. However, the fact that he is regarded as a B player is never addressed in the soap opera. Zen would be annoyed, wouldn't he? Feeling resentful. Zen was a player once, too. Off-screen, he destroyed Nicole, Maya's sister, and cheated on her. And now, you would think that he had never even gone on a date. Why hasn't he made an approach to Daphne or Ivy in order to break up the monotony of Luna doing things, people talking about Luna doing things, and people talking about the other people who are talking about Luna doing things? Why doesn't the program even give us a parallel plot for Zen? The lives of Katie and Luna are in grave danger, according to Bold, and the beautiful spoilers for November 24th to 28th, 2025, Katie Logan and Luna Nozawa's life are in jeopardy. There is a lot going on if you are not up to date on episodes. Spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful are missing a major hint. This week has been quite suspicious because B&B has been withholding spoilers, not providing them in the normal amount or at the usual time. And they always do this when something significant and unexpected is about to occur. I want to give you a quick rundown of Tuesday's show if you haven't watched it. Luna and Will Spencer are discussing living their ideal life at the beach house with the infant. Will is pleading with Luna to love her. They have no future, but he is prepared to call the police and assures Luna that he will raise their child. Will also inquires about the baby's health. That makes Luna cry, but she is completely delusional, insane, and at a loss for what to do. She has little to lose, which makes her extremely dangerous. Both Ivy and Electra Forrester are employed at Forrester Creations. Ivy tells her niece that she is concerned about Luna bearing Will's child and the pain Electra has endured, but she maintains that Will is the person she loves and desires. It's also not an issue because Luna is incarcerated. This week, we noticed a sort of recurrent motif. Steffi is sympathetic to the Spencer family on Bold. Steffi Forrester expresses her sympathy for Katie, Will, and Bill Spencer to Finn Finnegan. The fact that Luna locked up makes Finn happy because she still experiences nightmares of being imprisoned in the cage. Steffi claims that she is as well. Steffi again restates how much she despises Luna and how happy they are that she is permanently incarcerated. We can all agree that Luna is terrible for what she did to Will, and Bill and Katie reiterate the same conversation they have been having for days about how amazing she is. Because Will was abused by the terrible Luna, Katie is furious that they are expecting their first grandchild. Additionally, Katie believes the baby will serve as a continual reminder of Luna. Poppy is accused by Leon Bold and the Beautiful. Lee Finnegan believes that Poppy Nozawa arrived at Il Giardino already intoxicated. Lee adds that it's disgusting that Poppy created this awful human Luna while having an affair with Finn. Poppy then declares that Luna has passed away. When Deacon Sharp learns it, he finds it somewhat chilly, but he also doesn't think Luna regrets killing his friends. Deacon wants Luna to rot in prison because he despises her. Everyone's relief that she's in jail, so they can unwind was the recurrent theme. Naturally, we are aware that it is untrue. Guard Stoll was sounding the alert that Luna had vanished by the end of that episode. The facility is locked down. It's already too late. She has already left. Everyone is on high alert after Luna's prison break. We will have Electra at Forrester Creations with Ivy for the remainder of this week, after which we will learn that Luna has arrived at the Malibu beach house. The police are undoubtedly on their way to Malibu, so we'll see if Will phones them or if they discover that escaped Luna is heading there. As the police approach, Luna will flee, and as Chief Baker and the officers arrive looking for the fugitive Luna, Electra and Ivy arrive at Will's beach house. Will is now telling Baker outside the house which way Luna fled, most likely after hearing sirens. And since Malibu has a large cliff edge, it appears that she is somewhere near the dunes or the edge of the cliff. Will is prepared to assist the police in tracking down Luna, but Baker explains that Will is not allowed to assist since he is the target of Luna. In this entire situation, Will is the victim, And when the call that Luna is loose arrives, it appears that Poppy and Lee are still eating at Il Giardino and arguing. Nozawa women are terrified. We will therefore have to wait and see who alerts Poppy and Lee or Deacon and Sheila Carter, because it appears that shortly after that, Deacon and Sheila take a carpool to Malibu with Poppy and Lee in an attempt to apprehend Luna, return her to custody, and permanently lock her down. After Bill receives the call that Luna has escaped from prison and is likely on her way to Malibu, Katie is in complete panic this week. Katie and Bill are concerned about Will because they are aware of Luna's violent and dangerous nature, as well as the fact that she is delusional and believes something is there. Naturally, when Finn and Steffi learn that Luna is free from prison, on the loose, and in the vicinity of their house, they will likewise go crazy. She might end up rushing to their home to plead with Finn for assistance. After all, that would be awful. Cliffside manhunt in Malibu, a fatal conflict awaits at B&B. After everyone has gathered at the Malibu beach house, we will witness Sheila, Deacon, Poppy, and Lil go out to assist the police in finding Luna and locking her away again. No one wants her gone. Deacon wants to confirm that Luna has been locked up once more. Naturally, everyone despises her and wants her to return to prison. Despite Will's repeated rejections, Luna is adamant on avoiding jail time and remains hopeful about their future together. Everyone is out at the Malibu cliffside, and Luna is having a rough time. It appears that Luna is considering running, but Lee is telling her to turn herself in and do the right thing. Therefore, she might fall down the cliff and into the Pacific Ocean. We shall see. There are numerous warning signs that someone is going to be killed or gravely injured because Bold and the Beautiful is, as I mentioned, quite stingy and very late delivering teasers that week. Although it appears dire, killed and truly dead on Bold and the Beautiful are two distinct things. Therefore, it might be Lunnan or someone who is in the search team trying to find her. Another possibility is that Katie's heart is failing to handle the stress, causing her to collapse. However, I believe that everyone is praying Luna is the one who falls from the cliff. Thanksgiving preemptions and holiday spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful. Spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful for the week of November 24th to 28th. This week, we have 3 new episodes scheduled for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. On Thursday, November 27th, we have Thanksgiving preemptions. Black Friday is this Friday, the 28th. Both days are covered by CBS Sports. Even though Bold and the Beautiful never airs anything on Thursdays, your cable guide will indicate that a new episode is scheduled for that day. I would thus be astounded. If it is preempted, I wouldn't be shocked. Additionally, if you find an episode of Bold and the Beautiful on your DVR and it is taped, play it to see if it is what it is. And make sure to remove it if it isn't. If not, your Monday show won't record correctly. There isn't much tech knowledge there. As the manhunt for Luna takes a perilous turn, we anticipate a literal cliffhanger on Friday, the 21st. There will be significant repercussions from what might be a fatal turn of events on Bold the following week, which concludes on the 28th. Naturally, there have been hints in the CBS soap opera that someone might not make it through this escape scenario. There has simply been a great deal of foreshadowing and leading remarks. On Bold and the Beautiful, Luna disappeared. We do have a number of Thanksgiving events planned, so by Thanksgiving, it appears that things are back on track. Luna, is either dead or thought to be dead, pushing up daisies. If she had simply fled, I doubt that many people would be relaxing. We'll see how it turns out. Taylor Hayes is with Finn and Steffi as they celebrate Thanksgiving at their home. They also get a surprising visitor. Hopefully it's not Luna. It won't be, in my opinion. Deacon might have to leave his own holiday dinner, so that could be the reason. Carter Walton and Daphne Rose will join Sheila and Deacon for dinner at Il Giardino. Therefore, with Luna still at large, I don't believe Deacon and Sheila would be enjoying Thanksgiving and pie. So, I believe they might be able to solve it. And it should be Katie and Bill's first Thanksgiving together. Unless she's in the hospital. Because he requires emergency therapy, Deacon might become anxious if Sheila talks about Luna. In that case, he might go over and be the unexpected visitor for Taylor's holiday meal. More wedding preparations for Hope Logan and Liam Spencer are something we're excited about. Additionally, I anticipate that Steffi will soon become aware of the simmering relationship between Deacon and her mother, Taylor.